Guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the driveway. So today we're going to do a bit of a tour of my new service truck that you guys seen in the videos as of late. Had a lot of people asking me what happened to my Peterbilt, what happened to my cat service truck. Well, here's the long and short of it. So roughly about 10 years ago, I started out with a forklift company, this exact forklift company that I now work for. In that time frame, I did everything I could to learn hydraulics and learn as much as I could to get me to working for a cat dealer. It was kind of my end goal. At the end of the day, I really felt that the money really wasn't there, especially in the DC metro area. Just the money wasn't there. And secondly, on a day-to-day standpoint of things, my body just could not take the continuous repetition of working on tracks, working on tires, do injectors and stuff like that. I just felt like my knees couldn't take it. I was previously injured roughly about 15 years ago. Dislocated my knee really bad, tore my meniscus, and long story short, here I am today, arthritis in a knee, junk back, and another knee that's probably on its way out. So in the end of it all, I wanted to go back to something that was a little bit more lighter duty of sorts. I still work on diesel. It's still kind of, like I said, it will always be my passion. But in a sense, this is the easiest way for me to gain a couple extra more years of working on the road, and I can still do what I like to do, and I still do a lot of the heavy equipment, even though it's on the lift truck side instead of the heavy equipment side. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and let me go ahead and recap what we have here. So we've got a 2019 Chevy Express 3500. It's a fairly low hours, low mileage truck. Pretty much sat around after they purchased it, and I was able to acquire it. So let's go ahead and, you've kind of seen the outside of it. Let me go ahead and show you the back and work our way to the side panels. All right, so start with the compressor. We've got a North Star compressor. If I'm not mistaken, that should be a 20-gallon compressor. Flexzilla hose reel. Then you kind of walk your way up here. I've got my Victor torch set up here inside the truck. All of my regulators and the torch head. Back in here, I've got my Miller Blue Star 185 generator slash welder, and also I've got a 12,000 pound forklift jack. These are just kind of my small boxes that I keep in here. Just kind of the, not really the quick tools that I grab, but yet this is the kind of some of the tool storage. It's on a really nice bracket, previously made for the truck. Cribbing blocks, it's a must. You gotta have them when you're blocking the lifts and stuff like that, whether it be a telehandler or just a 5,000 pound forklift. Whatever you're working on, you're gonna need it. Got a really good sized creeper there. Working on lifts, it's not really going to be something you're going to use every day, but when you're working on the larger lifts and you can slide right under it, makes it a little bit easier. This right here is mostly just going to be my hammers and punches and just kind of your kind of just your stupid tools, long story short. Kind of the stuff, small hand tools, what have you. That's where I keep that box right there. So we'll go ahead and flip it around here and check out the side cabinets. One thing I can honestly say that's pretty cool about this setup, especially the Spartan body, is they give you a keyless remote. So all your outside panels are now unlocked. It's keyless entry, and something that I would have really loved to have had on my maintainer. So onto the first panel here, I've got mostly the quick hit tools, which for me are usually a multimeter, battery tester, and then just kind of, if you've seen my previous videos, we don't need to go through each one of these individually. You can check back. I'll put a card in the video here, or you can go back and you can actually individually look at each one of my tools. But that's kind of your quick hitter stuff, whether it be cap wrenches or if you're bleeding the cooling system. Just a lot of tooling there. All right, into my mid-width cabinet here. Various rod, welding gloves, slag hammer, all the extra stuff, Sawzall. You've seen that used in my wastegate video. A boatload of drill bits, O-ring kit, gloves, additional wiring, all your flap discs and your abrasive wheels. Okay, the I guess you say last cabinet there, rain gear. I'm not a warehouse guy, so rain gear is a must, whether it be raining, snowing, what have you. You need it. It's a Carhartt set right there. I absolutely love it. That backpack that I brought up in my last video, if you happen to run into a warehouse or something like that, it is a must. Rated chains, various size slings, ratchet strap just in case. All my chains are rated and all have tags on them, so that's kind of a plus nowadays. Everything has to be tagged, everything has to be checked and load tested, just to make sure that you don't break a chain link. Obviously check your chains before use, just like your slings. One side of my truck that is tooling, the other side of my truck is consumables, just fluids, lubricants, parts and what have you. So I mean, that's kind of the breakout there. Ideally, when I first got into working on lifts and set up a van for the first time, you're kind of basing it off of what this person did or that person did, or if you inherit somebody else's truck, you're kind of setting it up based off of the way they set it up. Now, I've done enough truck setups over the years. I've been through about 4 or 5 service trucks, and setting them up is just kind of a constant. It's never something you do once and you know that's it, that's set in stone. If you get on the road, you'll set it up one day and you'll feel like, hey, this is perfect, and then a month later, you know, you've got crap all over the floor and you've got parts, and just you're fighting yourself more than anything else. So after a while, you're going to keep changing setup. So that's kind of the layout and how I set this truck up. The maintainer truck that I had from my Peterbilt that I used to have, that one was pretty easy. It was cut and dry. It was literally just, where am I throwing my tooling? When you're in the lift truck industry, you pretty much get an empty vessel of a truck and they give you X amount of tooling, and you basically set it up the way that you want to set it up and what makes it easiest for you. Most companies will give you a day or two to set something up, and then on the road you go. So for the guys who are just thinking about changing into an industry, maybe you're in the automotive industry, or you are in the heavy equipment industry and you feel, you know, I'm not making the money I think I need to make, you know, check out working on lift trucks. I'm not using this as publicity for any particular company or an industry for say. I can honestly tell you that if you look at the pay scale of things that are out there right now, heavy equipment still is lacking. Now you can go work for an independent and make a lot of money. You can go work at a dealership, and if you can, you know, persuade a manager, you might be able to make some good amount of money. But at the end of the day, if you are trying to make a move from automotive or from another form of mechanical, and you want to do something to maybe make some more money, get yourself on the road, and potentially really put yourself into a career that people can do for 50 years. Think about lift trucks, because I know guys that I've been in this industry who are in their 70s and can still every day get up, go to work, still work on this shit. I mean, it's a hard thing to do. You know, you're working in the elements, or you're not. I mean, you can pick and choose pretty much which path you want to go. If you want to be a guy who works mostly in warehouses and works in electric trucks and an occasional LP truck or something like that, you can do that, and you will never feel the environment aside from the moment you get in and out of your truck. That's the only time you'll ever know what it's doing outside. Or you can be like me, who has never been much of a warehouse guy. Even when I first got into this industry, I got kind of shipped out onto mason yards and stone yards and lumber yards and what have you, and never looked back. And that's what led me to working for Cat. And for some reason, for me personally, I've always enjoyed that aspect of the job. We got a few minutes talking here. Do what you guys always do: like, share, subscribe. Ppumptheworld. Next video or so here coming up, we should be getting back to the track. The last 2 events were canceled, one due to rain, and the other one was obviously due to the cold at the end of March into April. And I've got a lot of video content coming up, a lot of events I'm going to be filming at. So again, I apologize that we've been kind of sparse on the videos, or scarce on the videos. It's just been kind of a weird time. Not a whole lot's been going on in my area. Truck parts have been kind of slim to none. So like I said, I'll see you guys in the next one.